Now away from Africa to the Middle East, where U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has arrived in Israel for the first leg of a Middle East tour as part of another diplomatic push for a ceasefire in Gaza. This is in an effort to stop the conflict from spreading further across the region. There is more in this report.
According to a schedule released by the U.S. Department of State, Mr. Blinken will meet Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Minister of Strategic Affairs Ron Dermer in Jerusalem before heading to Tel Aviv to meet Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. The week-long tour of the Middle East, which also includes Jordan and Qatar, comes as Israel continues its military operations in the Gaza Strip and intensifies attacks against the Iran-backed Hezbollah group in Lebanon. It is Mr. Blinken's 11th trip to the region since the Hamas attacks against Israel on the 7th of October last year and follows the killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar last week. The U.S. is increasing pressure on Israel to allow greater quantities of humanitarian aid into Gaza, where almost the entire population have lost their homes and do not have enough to eat. Disease is running rampant in the enclave, where more than 42,600 people have been killed and tens of thousands injured in over a year of war. Last week, Washington sent a letter to Israeli ministers warning them that U.S. weapon supplies to the country will be curbed if Mr. Netanyahu's government did not do more to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In recent days, the Israeli military has publicized aid deliveries it has facilitated into Gaza. But aid officials say they are still well below the quantities required. They report that Israel denies nearly all their requests to deliver supplies to northern Gaza, among the worst affected part of the enclave, often without reason, and widely describe the area as under siege.